From its home on Hollywood Boulevard, the Lux Radio Theater presents Joan Crawford and Franchot Tone in Chains. No man in motion pictures holds a record of achievement more enviable than that of our eminent director. He brings to radio, just as he has brought to the screen, the greatest plays and players in the world of entertainment. Tonight, he comes to the theater direct from location, dressed in riding breeches and boots, and covered with the dust of the set. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cecil B. DeMille.
Greetings from Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. Many paths cross and many double-cross in Hollywood. But this is my first professional contact with Joan Crawford and Franchot Tone. But I know their history, perhaps better than they do. I can trace it back 150 years. Their romance, which began in 1933, was more than a courtship. It was a coincidence which had its beginnings in 1798, when an undersized Corsican named Bonaparte was lighting the fuse that was to explode all Europe, and an Irish patriot named Wolfe Tone was enlisting French aid in a revolt against England. The sympathies of the French people were with Tone, the handsome Irish rebel. But like most Irish rebellions, his was a glorious failure. He merely laid the groundwork for mutual admiration between the French and Irish. And Franchot Tone, a descendant, and Lucille Lesseur, a little French girl, took it up from there. You may never have heard of Lucille. Her first job was at the Kansas City department store. After that, she danced in a Broadway chorus and finally came to Hollywood from a Winter Garden show in New York. A magazine asked its readers to suggest a new name for her. And from the names submitted, the studio chose Joan Crawford. Today, more than 200 babies whose last names range from Ginsburg to McKillicuddy are called Joan Crawford, which will give you some idea of the star's popularity. To all the world, she symbolizes the American viewpoint in clothes and manner. And tonight, the Lux Radio Theater presents Chained, starring Joan Crawford and Franchot Tone. Tonight, Miss Crawford plays the part of Diane Lovering, indispensable secretary of a middle-aged but attractive steamship magnate, Richard Field, who is deeply in love with her. Franchot Tone is Michael Bradley, young owner of a ranch in the Argentine. The curtain rises on Field's private office in the Empire State Building. We hear him talking briskly on an inter-office telephone.
Hello, Norris.
Yes?
Mr. Field talking. I've decided to start the Caribbean on the coastal run out of Savannah. That'll put the Southern Cross on the Rio Buenos Aires run until next December. Starting now, she can sail Friday.
Now, what about the Lloyd matter?
Lloyd matter? Well, listen, that's got to be handled with kid gloves. Take maybe 6 weeks. But I'm not leaving this office until it's settled right our way. Okay, Norris, goodbye. Who is it?
Good morning, darling.
Ah, Deanne, it's you.
Darling, I've just been through the Spanish Inquisition, and I came out alive.
What did they say?
4 doctors put me through the 3rd degree, fluoroscope, metabolism, blood pressure, x-rays, the whole works. I felt like a murdered corpse being dissected by the Department of Justice.
Yes, but what did they say? What's the verdict?
Organically sound as a dollar, healthy as a young colt. They claim I'm just run down, that's all. Exhausted. They ordered me to take a long rest. Can you imagine my resting until the Lloyd affair is finished?
Yes, I can, young lady, if I say so.
Now listen, boss.
Mr. Boss.
Boss, darling. You're a strong man and you set a terrific pace, but I've got plenty of reserve power. We're going to finish that Lloyd deal together.
Diane, come here. You think I'm going to let you risk your health just for a business deal? After all we've been through together, and now that we both realize how much we mean to each other? Oh, you do love me, don't you?
How could I help it?
Oh, Diane.
I keep asking myself, am I worthy of Richard Field? Of all the love and bigness that's in his heart? And then you kiss me like that. So I guess I must be.
I keep asking myself, how can an old man like me...
Careful. Mention that subject to me again, and I told you I'll make a scene.
All right, I'm a mere stripling of 46.
Look here. What about this sudden command appearance? Anything wrong?
Diane, It's happened.
You mean your wife?
Yes.
Oh.
She came into my room last night. She was very fine. No scene or anything like that. She simply told me that she knew about us, and had known for some time, in fact. She wanted to know what I was going to do.
Did you tell her?
I told her the truth, that there was nothing between you and me, just that we loved each other. I tried to make her understand what a really fine person you are. I don't know how successful I was.
And then?
I asked her for a divorce.
Darling.
She wouldn't give it to me. Said she doesn't believe in divorce. I even offered to let her keep the children.
Oh, Richard, you can't. You can't give up everything.
I would. For you. It's no use.
Oh, Richard.
Diane, come here.
No, please. There's only one thing to do now.
Don't say it. Don't even think it, dearest.
We can't go on, not after this.
We can, and we will. We've got nothing to be ashamed of. And let's not give up hope that someday she'll give me my freedom.
But
You
how can...
know what you're going to do.
No.
The Southern Cross sailed Friday for Buenos Aires. You're going aboard it. Going away on a little trip. You need a rest. It'll help you to forget. This had to come. It's a little too near us for the moment, but it's only temporary. And when you come back, everything will be just as before.
Will it?
Well, but you love me, don't you?
Oh, yes, Richard.
Well, then you run out and do your shopping and get yourself packed. You haven't got much time. Boat sails at 5:30 Friday.
What a lovely boat. I wish you were going along, too. I want no soul on board.
It'll be only 6 weeks. Besides, I have to give you a chance to know your own mind, haven't I?
It isn't my mind anymore, darling. It's yours.
Stuart, where's the ambassador suite?
This way, Miss Field.
Here you are. When we take the Southern Cross together, it'll be called the bridal suite.
Oh, Richard, look at those flowers. You shouldn't have.
Well, they knew you were coming and grew overnight. Stuart,
Yes, sir?
mine now is Miss Lovering asked for a water spout. You get it for her.
Yes, sir. Oh, here's the chef, sir. Oh, Mr. Field, you want Emile?
Emile, this is Miss Lovering. She likes crepes Suzette and thinner than you've ever made them before. And I know she'd like your pompano with that sauce.
And corned beef hash, too, Emile.
To perfection, mademoiselle.
And if you don't outdo yourself, I'll have you transferred to a banana boat.
And I will deserve it, monsieur.
Now, here's your bedroom, Diane.
It's beautiful.
And still not enough. Oh, it's taking all the willpower I've got not to chuck the whole Lloyd deal and come along with you. You will come back, won't you?
I promise, Richard.
I'll need you. Always. I think I'd crack up without you now.
Oh, dear, we won't have time for our cocktail.
The minute the ship leaves, you go to the bar and order one. Only a sherry flip, remember?
Always a cherry flip, every day at 6 o'clock.
I'll have one ashore.
I'll think of you, Richard. Goodbye, darling.
A sherry flip, please.
Yes, madam.
And I'll have the same thing, and I hate sherry flips. Well, there I go, giving in already. Oh, say, aren't you the young lady who always orders chicken salad? We've met before, huh, miss?
No.
My name is John Smith. Quaint? How are you and who are you?
No.
Yes, please.
Please, no.
Pretty please. With sugar on it?
I want to be left alone, Mr.
Smith. It's a hard name to remember, and I can take a hint. I'm off to dress for dinner, and you'll be sorry when I'm gone.
I won't even know it.
Who is it?
It's Johnny Smith, your faithful servant.
Where have you been?
Oh, in the bar. Now, come on, drop all that housework and come with me and see what I found. She's gorgeous.
Congratulations, Mr. Smith.
Oh, no, they're not in order, Mr. Bradley.
She was a little distant, I take it.
Straight from the Arctic regions.
Is she worth an expedition?
From pole to pole.
Don't stop to get dressed. We'll start now. Lead on, guide.
There she is over there.
You mean the one sitting alone at the table?
Yeah, and believe it or not, drinking a sherry flip. Can I pick 'em or can I pick 'em?
Sometimes I actually have faith in you again, Johnny.
I warned you. She's as cold as a sea lion's nose.
And the first thing for you to do is go over and apologize for your behavior.
Who, me? I should say not. It'd make me look weak.
You don't understand tactics. It clears the decks for future action. Go ahead. I'll be over in a minute to help you out.
All right. Okay, Master, I obey. Charming lady, after thinking over my rudeness, I've come to say that...
So you didn't leave after all?
Oh, but yes, I've been gone a half an hour.
I hadn't noticed. How time flies.
I've been watching you, my friend. You've been annoying women long enough.
Why, you...
No back talk now. I know your type, my man. A half hour out, you want to play Frankenstein.
Well, listen, you big...
I don't know who you are, my friend, but I don't want to see your face on deck again until you can act like a gentleman. You understand?
Oh, you... Hey, miss, whatever your name is, this fella...
Stewart, you just find out where this octopus bunks and lock him up till he's sober.
Yes, sir. No, please, sir.
Hey,
Come along.
Hey, wait a minute. Let's get told me. Hey, wait till I see you.
Thank you. I suppose he's really harmless.
Allow me. An Irish uncle named me Mike Bradley.
Well, good for him.